Superman is back, but should James Gunn's new film bring back the classic John Williams theme? Some fans think so, but I think that would be a mistake. In this video, I'll break down why a brand new Superman deserves a brand new sound. Number 1. A new Superman deserves a new sound. Superman is one of the most enduring characters in pop culture, but every new adaptation gives us a different version of him. James Gunn has made it clear that this film is not a continuation of previous Superman movies, it's a fresh take. That means every aspect of this Superman, from his costume to his personality, should feel new. Using the John Williams theme ties this Superman to past versions, especially Christopher Reeve's. Instead, Gunn's Superman needs its own identity, and that starts with a unique score that reflects this new era of DC storytelling. Number 2. The Williams theme is too closely linked to Reeve's Superman. Now, let's be honest. When people hear the John Williams Superman theme, they don't just think of Superman, they think of Christopher Reeve. That theme was built for his version of the character, a bright, almost mythic hero in a fairy tale world. Bringing it back for a brand new Superman would instantly invite comparisons. Fans would subconsciously expect this Superman to act and feel like Reeve's, rather than allowing David Corenswet's performance to stand on its own. Think about Batman. When Christian Bale played the role, it didn't bring back Danny Elfman's 1989 Batman theme. Hans Zimmer created something new to match the more grounded tone of the Dark Knight trilogy. The same logic applies to Superman. Number 3. Hans Zimmer proved a new theme can work. Some fans argue that Superman needs the Williams theme because it's so iconic. But let's look at Man of Steel. Again, Hans Zimmer composed a completely original score, and despite early skepticism, his An Ideal of Hope theme became just as beloved, in my opinion anyway. Zimmer's approach was different. He didn't go for triumphant brass like Williams. Instead, he created something more emotional and introspective, reflecting Cavill's Superman as an outsider finding his place in the world. This proves to me that a new theme can work if it's crafted with the character in mind. If Gunn's Superman is about a hopeful, young hero finding his way, then the music should be built around that idea, not borrowed from a movie made nearly 50 years ago. Number 4. James Gunn's Superman needs to stand on its own. James Gunn is launching an entirely new DC universe with Superman. This is supposed to be a fresh start, not a continuation of the past. If they bring back the Williams theme, it creates confusion. It makes the audience feel like this Superman might be connected to previous ones, when in reality, Gunn is trying to start over. Think about Marvel's Spider-Man. When Tom Holland was introduced, they didn't bring back Danny Elfman's Spider-Man theme from the Tobey Maguire movies. Instead, Michael Giacchino composed a new one, allowing Holland's version to feel unique. Superman deserves the same treatment. Number 5. Music should reflect tone and storytelling. One of the most important roles of a movie score is to set the tone. John Williams' theme is grand, triumphant, and almost fairy tale-like. It worked because Reeve's Superman was larger than life, a pure classical hero. What if James Gunn's Superman is more personal? What if it's about Clark Kent struggling with the weight of responsibility while remaining hopeful? That would require a different musical approach, one that captures the essence of this specific version of Superman, rather than forcing an old theme onto a new story. Number 6. Legacy without innovation leads to stagnation. Bringing back classic themes is tempting because of nostalgia, but relying too much on the past can hold a franchise back. Look at Star Wars. While the sequel trilogy reused John Williams' music, some fans felt that the movies leaned too much on nostalgia rather than forging their own path. For Superman, it's time to move forward. Gunn has the chance to introduce a new musical theme that defines this Superman for a whole new generation. If they just reuse the Williams theme, it might feel like a greatest hits album rather than something fresh and exciting. Number 7. Let a new composer create something iconic. When John Williams composed his Superman theme in 1978, there was no iconic Superman theme before it. He made something original, and it became legendary. Now, another composer should have the same opportunity. If we don't give new composers the chance to experiment and create, we'll never get another timeless Superman theme. Zimmer did it in Man of Steel, and now it's time for another composer to bring something equally memorable to Gunn's Superman. Number 8. The general audience associates Williams' theme with the past. One of the biggest risks of using the Williams theme is that casual audiences will instantly associate it with previous versions of Superman. Now, I know that some people have made the argument that the James Bond movies, from the time of their inception in 1962, have pretty much used the same theme by Monty Norman and John Barry, and that there have been several vastly different interpretations of that character in the past. However, Superman, like I said earlier, has already had several different musical themes to identify the character across TV and film. Not only did Hans Zimmer create a new theme for Man of Steel, there is the Jay Gruska theme for Dean Cain's Superman in the Lois and Clark show from the early 90s, and the song Save Me by Remo Zero for Tom Welling's Superman in the Smallville TV series. When they tried using the Williams theme for Henry Cavill's Superman in the theatrical cut of Justice League, it just didn't fit. It made sense to use it for the Brendan Routh interpretation of the character in Superman Returns, as it was a spiritual sequel to the Reeve era. By introducing a brand new musical identity, the new Superman will feel fresh and distinct, rather than like a remix of the past. Number 9. Reusing the Williams theme undercuts the reboot. A reboot is supposed to wipe the slate clean and start fresh, but if you reuse major elements from past versions, especially something as recognizable as a theme song, it blurs the line between reboot and continuation. If James Gunn truly wants to redefine Superman for a new audience, everything, including music, should reflect that. Number 10. A fresh musical identity will benefit the whole DCU. Finally, having a brand new Superman theme will help establish musical continuity in the new DCU. Think about how the Marvel Cinematic Universe uses recurring themes, like the Avengers theme, throughout different movies. If Superman gets a new, instantly recognizable theme, it can be woven into future DCU projects. This would help the new DCU feel cohesive rather than like a mix of old and new elements. At the end of the day, John Williams' Superman theme is legendary, but legends are meant to inspire new greatness, not to hold back progress. James Gunn's Superman deserves its own musical identity, one that will define the character for a new generation. What do you think? Should the Williams theme return, or is it time for something fresh? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, share this video out there, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye for now.